And I don't think that he would teach something so contradictory to God's law if it were truly God's law. For me, what this shows me is that knowing the true nature of God, which I believe is one of the main things Jesus was teaching. He was teaching the true nature of God was love and direct personal relationship. And that was so different from what the Pharisees and the Sadducees and the religious folk of the day were teaching. He often railed against the temple cult and the sacrificial system. He taught things in direct contradiction to what they were doing, but even in direct contradiction to some of the things that we would call Scripture today. And I think it's important when you read Scripture to look at historical context, to look at textual criticism, to look at references from one writer to another when, for instance, one writer quotes another. All of those things are important, but I think the most important is to be led in all your study and in all your beliefs, to be led first and foremost by the nature of God. And for me, again, you're free to disagree with me, but for me, I find it impossible for things like genocide of entire cities, sometimes including children, animals, even trees, or sometimes not including female children because they were kept as the spoils of war. Things like slavery, different things that are condoned or even commanded in the law. I find it impossible to align that with the nature of God. And I've never really heard any good, solid explanation of how that could align with the nature of God. Most people tend to kind of ignore it because that was then and this is now. Things have changed. But if you really believe in an unchanging God, if you really believe in objective right and wrong, it doesn't change with culture. Just something to ponder on. Let me know what you think.